And my opinion's sort of shifting now. I think a loss here on the health care plan this week actually is bad news for the president politically.
I actually think whatever the court rules, it's bad for the president, and that's not my opinion. That's based on reporting, including with a lot of Democrats. If they uphold the law, which is unpopular, it's going to be a rallying cry for Republicans across the country. Even if the law is upheld, advertising and campaign rhetoric from Republicans will be all about health care. Democrats will largely hide for it. There's not more than a handful of Democrats in the country, including the president, who will put health care front and center.
Why are Democrats all hiding from health care?
It's unpopular.
This was their they spent, Steve Ratner, they wasted 18 months of a filibuster-proof majority fighting for health care reform. Why are they all running away from it?
Personally, I think the health care bill, while it reflects lots of compromises, would be a great step forward. I think it would be up there along with Medicare and a number of other things that have happened in terms of social programs that really make a long-term impact. But what you have to understand about this health care bill is that it is heavily devoted toward insuring the uninsured, the 30 million uninsured who come on. It does some things for the other 320 million Americans, the children under 26, the pre-existing conditions. But fundamentally, this bill is about insuring the uninsured. And that's not the most popular thing among a broader electorate.
It's also supposedly about controlling costs, and the president believes that it will. He's not convinced any of the constituencies in the country. Didn't convince the media, Republicans, business.
CBO, everybody else has come out and said they're not going to control costs, and we knew that when it passed.
Well, the idea that you could extend health insurance to 30 million more people and it would be revenue or budget neutral, nobody bought into that.
Yeah, and they kept fighting for it. So I don't understand. And so when do we expect? When do we expect? Tuesday, Wednesday,
Wednesday or Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be today. Doesn't seem like it'll be today.
So how it could be a defeat for President Obama? Clearly, I think we've come back to that. But how much of a gain for Mitt Romney, looking at this purely politically in terms of the election?
He wants to run on the lack of specifics and just saying, I'm going to do things differently than the president on the pipeline, on a bunch of things. But on health care,
but he's the godfather of this health care plan.
He's the godfather of it in Massachusetts.
Can he run against a health care plan that he helped write?
He can say what he said, which is, I'll replace it. Washington shouldn't tell the states what to do on health care. Look, he survived the Republican nominating fight, finessing health care. That was the real challenge. In the general election, his message is pretty simple. The court, if they strike it down, he's going to say it needs to be replaced. Who do you want to replace it, me or the guy who wasted a year and a half of the country's time passing something unconstitutional? And if they uphold it, he can say, you guys, the country, you don't like the law? The only way to replace it now is not through the court, but through a new president. So I think he'll be very aggressive, and yes, people in the press will continue to say you passed a law like this in Massachusetts, but he will bowl through it rhetorically the way he did in the nominating fight.
Yeah,